Sup?
Hi, everyone.
How's everyone doing?
Another beautiful day. Really beautiful weekend.
So beautiful, I got the shades on.
Hey, happy
today.
Monday, Andrew.
Happy
I'm
Monday.
Coral. This is Andrew. You guys already know. Especially if you come into the shop at all on the weekends. We hold it down and answer all of your crystal questions. And so I'm excited to be doing a Monday session with my best friend. We're going to talk about fluorite and malachite.
We are. And we're also going to be talking about Beltane. Even though Beltane happened last Monday, it doesn't mean you can't do stuff for it. And also, you can do it next year too. All good things to know for next year.
Also, Beltane is just the opening of like a season, a gateway, a doorway. It is a singular day, but what it begins lasts longer than that one day.
Exactly. And so it doesn't mean like we're going to talk about the feasts and Maypole, etc. Hello, Gretchen. And it doesn't mean you can only do it that day. You can still do it, and I would recommend doing it this week. This week is going to be beautiful. Actually, I've been paying attention to the weather because of how crap the weather has been. So, yeah.
It's hard to do Beltane when it's like raining and gross. So
yeah, no
enjoy
one wants to dance
the
around
sunshine.
The pole when it's raining. I mean, well, some people do, but your ribbon's going to get all messed up. No one's going to like that. That's not fun. So, all right. Well, we have a couple things to talk about where... So, we actually have a trip coming up soon in which actually Coral and I will not be attending, but everyone...
We're going to hold it down.
Yeah, we're holding down the store. But basically the whole rest of the funky crew is going to Herkimer, New York. To dig for Herkimer crystal. Dig
So
for
exciting.
Herkimer diamonds. Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. Well, I mean, like, I know how, like, I'm talking about it like it's gonna be fun, like I'm going. I'm not going. So I just know of the videos that I've watched that Herkimer is a lot of fun to dig at. So the whole funky crew is going to be going there this week, and there'll be a few of us staying back to hold it down.
Hey, like we're going to hold it down right now.
And we also have the giveaway, of course, naturally. So this is actually, I almost said tube. What is this? It's a jar.
It is a jar.
Jar. It's not a tube. What am I
That's
saying?
a scientist. He wants his test tube.
Yeah.
That is a lovely jar.
See, I'll be good. So, like this. So you could win this jar. It's just the jar. We actually take the crystals out. No, I'm joking. So this is a jar of tube. It's a jar. Why are all the comments happening twice?
Whatever.
But all right.
That's nice. You're in New York, Catherine.
So this is all Rogerly fluorite. So it will turn a little bit
Fluoresce.
blue in sunlight, regular UV light, and then under black light, it's extremely fluorescent. Extremely. Like, it is just
Exciting.
So that's going to be a part of the giveaway. So if you could, when you do comment, sorry, I'm a little out of it today. When you do comment on this stream, you will be added to the wheel of names as always, and we will spin the wheel. Oh, here we go. I don't know if you want to show them underneath the crystal cam there. Yeah, it gets super, like, that is crazy blue. It's crazy blue. So yeah, if you comment, you know, you'll be in the wheel of names, and we will spin that at the end of the stream. And today is going to be a slightly early stream because of the trip and things like that. We're getting a lot of stuff together, but we are going to be here for you. We're going to talk about Beltane. We'll talk about the crystals, and we'll go from there. All right. So, Beltane. Have you ever celebrated Beltane?
Every year. Can't get enough. You know, it's the beginning of springtime and the changing of weather and lots of plants blooming and baby animals being born. So, you know, I always use crystals and usually essential oils to welcome in that abundance and growth and wealth and blessings. And May is a very auspicious month. 5 is an auspicious number. So May 5th, some argue, is like the most auspicious day of the year. So I always do, some prosperity for May and some growth and abundance and blooming for Beltane.
Nice. So, couple things. You just said the baby animals being born. I have a pet snake that may be laying eggs that I was
She's
not
right on
prepared
time.
for. Yeah, I was not prepared for that. So I could have 20 snakes soon.
Very excited.
Terrified, actually.
Do a belly dance with them. I'm planning a belly dance.
I don't know what to do with
snakes.
20 snakes. I'll just make a snake pit. That's what I'll do.
For his enemies.
Yeah.
Time to learn.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's gonna be time to learn for me too. Baby bitey noodles. Yeah.
Oh, baby bitey noodle.
Yeah, my tube at home decided to lay eggs.
Oh, I'm so glad you look forward to it, Evie.
So, yeah, no, that's all great. Like, that's kind of like what I try to do for Beltane every single year. I try to get a feast together with my friends too. Have some mead, bring a little, like, have it be a potluck. Anyone can bring whatever they want, which is I've talked about that in here, which is way more important to have it as a potluck. Because, like, of course, like, you can host and, like, make all the food yourself, but if everyone sets their own intention and brings their own food, you're getting, like, different. The best way I can say is you're getting different intents, right? Say someone wanted to make everyone happy. Say someone wanted to heal the energy. Say someone wanted to do this. So you're just eating all of this, like all of these different enchantments in one beautiful feast. So you have like a great plate in front of you. I love it. I'm like thinking of the food. I'm like, I'm kind of hungry. But the mead especially. Oh, I don't know. Does anyone here drink mead? If you don't, you should. It's amazing. Old Wayfarer, not sponsored. Very good though. Very good. Very, very good. Oak Amber Fired Mead. Evie, yes, exactly. Yeah, see, mead is amazing. It's way better than beer. It tastes so much better. I think it's better than cider too.
Don't speak that kind of blasphemy out loud. Mead is good, but yeah, it's a great time to enjoy a farmer's market too, right?
Yes.
Celebrating the earth, celebrating the things that are coming out of the earth. Andrew was just talking about having some mint out of his yard. So obviously, and bringing it back to the crystals that you would want to use would be crystals that are like green, pink, red, right? The green for growth, the pink for like loving, nurturing energy, the red for like the fires of Beltane, right? We want to spark passion, we want to ignite creativity, we want to bring that energy like the bunnies, right? And the rabbits get out there and seize the day. The sun's out for much longer. So we have all green crystals for you today. Imagine that. Help you with your growth. And your healing. Green crystals are very healing, just like the earth.
Excuse me. Something I was going to say too is like now would be a good time, and this is going to sound a little odd, but now would be a good time to do your landscaping as well. Bring anything that you want to plant in the earth, taking care of your land. Because landscaping isn't just like, I'm mowing my lawn. No, the whole point is to take care of your land. So this is, you would have already started your garden, but tending to the garden, making sure everything is good. Planting new seeds, planting new plants, even going to your favorite, I know I talked about this before, but even going to your favorite hiking areas and planting some trees. That's what I like to do too.
Giving back to the area that you use.
I buy wholesale trees online and I go to my favorite hiking areas and I plant the trees there. Especially if there's none there, like an American larch. I would love to have thousands of those around here. They turn yellow in fall. Like, it's great.
Delightful.
You know? So, yeah, buy some of those wholesale. Plant them. It costs literally $30. So, yeah, that's something I try to do, is that not only celebrating new life, but being a part of it, It's one thing to celebrate it. That's great. And if that's all you do, awesome. But it's another thing to participate, too. Participation. That's huge. Are you going to be a watcher? That's fine. You can be a watcher. You can be a celebrator. But you can also participate. You can enact that new life as well. So bringing that in would be great. Exactly. Being active in growth. 100%. I sprinkle my yard and my waterfall with crystals. Yep. Bev, exactly. You know, I used to have a water fountain outside where I would always put quartz for the birds and things like that too, like little quartz chips. And then spread mica around my yard because, I mean, it looks great. The sun hits it right. It glimmers. Like, and it basically concentrates mica.
Yeah. Quartz, any quartz-based crystals, like any type of aventurine, any type of quartz, those are all safe to be outside for your garden, for your waterfall. They're not hurt by the water or the rain or the sun or the outdoors. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, and like one thing to be careful of is certain crystals. Someone actually came into the shop the other day and they were talking about putting crystals in their bird bath. And they were going to buy malachite. I was like, that's not a... I would be careful, only because of the copper, but you can have it in there a little bit. Like it's malachite's not the one that's like extremely dangerous, like you can't even be near it. But if you have it in there and the water stays in there for like weeks, then yeah, the copper will leak out and the birds will drink it, and you know they gotta be a little careful there. But but you know, on the flip side, malachite is actually super good for plant growth.
It is. Putting
that in the dirt. So, you know, judging what avian animals versus us as mammals versus reptiles versus plants, what we all utilize and what we all use, you know, we shouldn't be ingesting a lot of copper, but apparently plants can. So, that's very
Happy
good.
Monday, Jordan.
Happy Monday. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So some great things about Beltane, like you were saying, bringing in new life, things like that. This is times I would also set my new intentions. My beginning of the year intentions are really good for the whole year, right? When we start New Year's, like we talked about in the beginning of these live streams, is that setting new intentions for the whole year. Those are kind of broad usually. They're kind of like, oh, I want to go to the gym more, or I want to do this more. It's setting intentions for yourself. This is a good time. Hello, Brittany. This is thanks, John. This is a good time to set intentions for yourself again, maybe more specific intentions, but intentions for your land. Remember, we're talking about new life. We're talking about the animals. We're talking about Earth. So let's try to set intentions for that, right? You know, and then during fall, we set intentions to have it end. And we'll most likely talk about that then when that occurs, or at least close. But that's the whole point, is that synonymous intentions.
Hi, Yvette.
Hello, Yvette. Wait, we aren't supposed to be ingesting copper. Jeez, Adam. So, something interesting too is that Beltane and this time of the year also used to be celebrated with hand fastings.
Correct.
So hand fastings, if none of you don't know, there was a couple different, like I learned them actually differently than some of the research I did, where
it's different cultures do hand fasting differently.
So I'll talk about a couple in which the one I know is that you would be hand fasted and the year prior, so the spring prior, and you would spend the whole year together, almost like a marriage trial. And then you would reconvene next spring, and if you still like each other, well, you found the person, and now you're stuck with them. But the one I found online was that you would actually separate for that whole year. Basically the exact opposite. And it's a matter of trust for a full year.
I like that one. I think that one's more impressive.
Yeah. That one I wouldn't mind doing. You know, that's you know, you separate for 1 year, you make sure that everything is good. Like if you can be away from each other for a year and still be loyal, respectful, basically come back to each other the same way, like almost finishing the conversation you had a year prior, then yeah, that makes sense.
That's a good partner.
Exactly. And then
it would give a lot of clarity.
Exactly.
Fluorites are really good for clarity as well. Clarity on your soul path, clarity and illumination on things that you're confused about, such as, do I want to be hand fasted to this person or not?
Exactly. That's like a whole nother thing too, is like, do you even want to take that year? And that's another answer in of itself. If they don't want to take the year, well,
I always reach for my fluorite anytime I want clarity on an issue. And the green fluorite is good for the heart chakra. Just speaking of Beltane and unions and hand fasting and things, there's different shades of fluorite, but the green is specifically good for healing and heart chakra. like getting clarity or healing having to do with your emotions or anything else tied to the heart chakra.
Exactly. Also, Adam, very true. This goes for friends as well. I mean, you don't generally get handfasted to your friends, but if you can not be around a friend for a very long time and then get together and it was like day one, then yeah, that's usually a friend for life, right? Because you know that even if you don't see each other for 15 years, you're pretty much good. Now, another thing that occurs, well, a couple more things. We talked about the feast. I want to talk about the bonfires. Now, the bonfires aren't just a celebration. Yeah, of course, fire is fun to look at. Humans get entranced by fire. We dance around fires. We have celebrations centered around fires. But it was also to protect the land and the people, even the food that you're about to eat. Now, the smoke and the ash were apparently, the symbols of protection. So it's almost like you can think of it as like a large smudge, if you really want to think of it that way, just because you're not burning sage, just because you're not burning tobacco, just because you're not burning Palo Santo or any other burnable substance you can use for smudge, doesn't mean that this smoke isn't protective. So they would use the bonfires for that. And they would celebrate by dancing around the maypole with ribbons attached. And each person would grab a ribbon. And the ribbons would symbolize the female energy wrapping around the male energy, which I thought was really cool because that's balance. This whole part of usually you want to try to keep balance all year, but this part of the year is heavily focused on balance, especially when new life comes in. So
Beltane is the exact opposite of Samhain or Halloween, the exact 6 months from. So a balance in that.
Exactly. I wanted to control like a firebender. Well, Zuko, did you do it? Did you figure it out? If you did, teach me. Cool. So me personally, like I was talking about earlier, I would like to have a feast during this time. Until I have my own land, I'm not going to set up a maypole, but I know in the future I will. Preferably from wood. Some people do it with a metal pole. I don't want metal. But that's just me. I would do wood. What would you choose? Would you choose wood or metal for a maypole?
I mean, it's preferable to have wood because you're all about nature, but I think it's the intent that matters most. And so I think if it's a metal pole and you wrap it with flowers or ivy or ribbons, the intent and the vibration is there.
And metal has the
from the
vibration.
earth.
Is that?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Exactly. I'm just such a nature person. Like I'm all about the trees, as we know. Another thing I personally do during this time, besides making moon water, besides making tea, etc., things we've talked about before, I take care of, and like I kind of touched earlier, but I want to dive a little deeper into, is taking care of your land, right? You can take care of the plants, taking care of the flowers, everything's good, but make sure you're taking care of your food, most importantly. But if you have a garden that contains like tomatoes, for me, mint, and raspberries and pears and cherries and different things, make sure you're taking care of that the most. I mean, I saw an interesting thing the other day about why lawns ever even occurred, because I'm not a fan of grass. I'm not a fan of lawns. And they occurred as a status symbol, where if you could waste a part of your land on not food and not things like that and make it look pretty, then it meant you were rich because you didn't even need to use that land. How stupid is that? That is so dumb. It's being like, you know what? I don't even need this land for my food. I'm just going to waste it on grass, which a lot of people are even allergic to. So use it. Use as much of your lawn as possible. And then as long as you have food and things like that, remember, you're ingesting that. Your family's ingesting it. Your friends could be ingesting it. Even your animals could be ingesting it. Take care of it first. It's very important. Oh, moss lawns I love. So moss and thyme, purple creeping thyme. Those are really cool. And they actually keep pests away, the purple creeping thyme. So if you do have a lawn, or a yard that has a lot of food on it, I always make sure I plant a sage plant at least every 5 plants, or in the future I'll have the purple creeping thyme with moss, because that keeps some of those pests away that are going to eat your food and things like that. And of course, I like to share with nature, but I like to share with animals more than bugs. But like if a raccoon comes and wants a tomato, fine, be my guest. But if a mosquito, not a mosquito, but you know what I mean. If aphids come in, I'll be like, absolutely not. I hate bugs. So yeah. So I would like to, or do you have actually? Sorry. Do you have anything to add as far as Beltane goes?
I think we summed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even like we said, even though it technically passed, this is something you do all month. You don't just take care of your land.
It was on May 1st.
Yeah,
I don't know if we said that.
It was on May 1st. So, just make sure that you're taking care of everything you need to take care of, setting the intentions you want. So, yeah, let's talk a little bit about fluorite.
Fantastic.
She's got that all taken care of.
Fluorite, gosh. It comes in such a spectrum and array of colors. Tonight we are doing green fluorite. Purple and green are the most common colors of fluorite. The next on the list would be teal and blue. And let's say teal and yellow. Because blue and pink and red are the rarest colors of fluorite. Red's like almost unheard of. Pink is super expensive and hard to find, and usually smaller pieces. And then the blue you can find, it always has a higher price tag, but it's there. The yellow you can find with a higher price tag, and then the green and the purple are what's most common. We're doing the green this evening. These are all Roger Lee fluorites.
First few are the Madagascarian ones.
And
then these are the Roger Lees there.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But the bigger pieces are Madagascar. The smaller pieces are Roger Lee, meaning they fluoresce under a black light, under a UV light, which is pretty cool. Fluorite, like I said earlier, is about clarity and illumination on your soul path, on the direction you're supposed to be going in, or direction on an issue. It's really good for students or anyone who is studying something, organizing something, trying to integrate information and make a clear plan or a clear path. Fluorite is helpful in giving you that clarity. It also has a really interesting growth pattern. It has these very interesting mathematical, geometric squares that it grows in, which just blows my mind. It's nature, always with the science and the perfect, none of these squares are absolutely perfect, but there are certainly specimens. If you follow Andrew on Facebook, he posts stuff like that all the time, like museum grade, billions of dollars, perfect cubes of fluorite with like phantoms of different color in it. So
and they come in like beautiful octahedrons too.
Yes, you're right. Thank you. Yes, they also come in the octahedron shape, which is just wild. I don't have an octahedron piece in front of me, but it's like a point on the bottom and a point on the top, and then, all the points on the side, these like triangles stacked on top of each other, and it just grows that way. Nobody cuts it, nobody carves it. I think that we sometimes get jaded because we, in 2023, are in a place where we can carve almost anything, right? And the shop is filled with amazing carvings, and we see these great carvings on the internet, and it's great. I love that. But it's also worth noting that the Earth is an amazing carver herself.
We learned it from Earth.
Right,
We wouldn't have imagined it.
The growth pattern of fluorite just growing into these octahedrons and these cubes. It's math. It's brilliant. It's better than I could do with the pencil. I say all the time when I'm looking at pyrite or fluorite cubes that I would struggle to draw that on a piece of paper with a pencil with that kind of precision. And here Mother Earth is making it inside of herself.
I can't even draw a straight line.
Right. It's very impressive.
Yeah.
With the growth pattern itself being so mathematical and intellectual, it really lends to that like clear, linear thinking, creative problem solving, because that's what it's doing itself, doing an interesting problem solving to a growth pattern.
Adam. Yeah, same. Oh yeah.
So yeah, green fluorite specifically. So most fluorite is about clarity and illumination and wisdom and direction. The green fluorite is specifically for healing, emotions, the mental body, also the physical body, but fluorite's a little bit more about healing the psyche and the intuition and trauma and emotional attachments and things like that. Emotional behavioral patterning, right? Moving into a different pattern that is more aligned to your success and your happiness and your health. And like I said, it also has to relate to the heart chakra, the green of the heart chakra, having to do with issues and healing surrounding your emotions, your relationships, your connections.
Yeah.
What do you want to add about fluorite?
So fluorite, I use fluorite for a lot of my creativity. I've also used it for astral projection, which Cora was here for the last or that stream that we talked about astral projection. Fluorite, I found the crystals have their general. They work on these things. Yes, the crystals have, but sometimes specific ones will help you with something. That's what I found. Which there's a lot of times where I will use fluorite for not its intention. I will use malachite. I'll use a quartz crystal for not its intention. But
you can direct its vibration. It's just a suggestion.
Yeah,
you can direct the vibration with your intent.
Because I know. I mean, even if you look online, at least nothing I've been able to find, you might even know. Like, oh yeah, no, of course that does that. Because she knows a lot more about the crystals than I do.
I read a lot. If you're not reading, get a book.
She just did a shungite book report.
I did. I forced it on Andrew because the book was so sciencey and highbrow and written by a bunch of scientists for scientists. I was like, oh, this is Andrew's book for sure. And don't worry, Jordan, we've got lots of fluorite for you. So we're going to get to that real soon. I know you guys want to see the crystals up so close.
So, fluorite, I really wanted to pick green fluorite, especially like relating to the heart chakra, especially since during this time we're going to be setting a little bit of newer intentions during Beltane, things like that too. So I've used fluorite for. Do you want to? The
book name is boring. Scientist, so specific. It's called
Boring Scientist.
Shungite. Imagine that. I will look up the author right now and see if it's like Shungite something or other, but it's literally called Shungite, and it's all about Shungite. And it's half the book is written like a book, and then the other book, half of the book is just like data and test results.
Ooh, I love that.
I know.
I love that. That's my.
That's why I gave it to you.
Half the book is I wonder if they have the whole experimental process in there. So
I'm sure when Andrew's done, he'll gift the book to the shop.
Probably. Yeah, as long as you let me. It's your book, right?
Oh, yeah, we'll give it to the shop.
So it will be a part of the shop. Ooh, data. Yeah, exactly.
But that we're talking about fluorite and malachite.
Yeah.
Okay. The book is called Shungite: Protection, Healing, and Detoxification. It's by Regina Martino.
That's not boring. There's a whole subtitle.
Yeah, but that's all. The book is just called Shungite.
If you type in Shungite, I'm sure you'll find it.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways.
Okay, I'll bite that.
Thomas. Love it.
All right. So, yeah, I especially picked fluorite. We're going to be setting intentions. Fluorite's my favorite crystal because for some reason, for me personally, it's always connected me to whatever you want to call it, the universe, the higher ups, the divine, the gods and goddesses. It's always helped me connect to that even more than quartz did. But that's just me. I don't know why, but that's just for me. And if it happens to work for you, great. I do want to say, like, if there is something a crystal does for you, don't ignore it just because it doesn't seem like it should be that way.
Always listen to your intuition.
Yeah.
Always listen to your soul voice.
Always.
Andrew's going to talk about malachite, but if something he says doesn't resonate with you, then
exactly,
chuck it.
Malachite, it has copper in it. I just said that so you'd be like, oh, it's science. So malachite's great for new beginnings. I always use it for new beginnings. If you're moving into a new place, malachite. If you're starting at What's up?
I didn't say
Oh, no.
anything, Andrew. New beginnings. For me, malachite is all about healing. But like we just said,
Yes.
it is capable of bringing up different vibrations in different people. For me, I don't need help with new beginnings. I love a new transition. I need a lot of help with healing.
I am the beginning.
Right? And so Andrew's working on some beginnings in his life, and so it's calling to him for that. But I didn't say anything, Andrew.
No, I know.
I was just thinking, and he heard it.
I can hear your thinking.
Okay.
So,
yeah, Michelle, helping you heal. Yes,
So-
a life changer when it comes to healing, for sure.
new beginnings is also healing.
Truth.
'Cause,
Truth. Your body or your bones, your muscles,
Yeah.
your cells need a new beginning. Up top.
Yeah.
Yes.
So talking about too is that
It is good
when
for
we
the
talked
heart.
about change before and how change is good. New beginnings are change and they're new. So that is healing though. Change is healing.
Ooh,
If you
amen
work on-
again for the
if
people
you-
in the back.
if you-
Change is healing.
If you work on something you want to work on for so long as far as healing goes, you're gonna have to make a change. Otherwise, that change is going to be made for you.
Hallelujah.
So you have no choice.
Woo.
Actually, you do have a choice. Do you want it harder or do you want it easier?
The crystals make it easier. Thank
Crystals do
goodness
make it
for them. They can hold a vibration when we can't. They can hold a vibration of healing when we are too sick. They can hold a vibration of healing when we are too tired. They can hold a vibration of new beginnings or clarity when we are too angry or anxious or confused to see it from a clear perspective. That's the beauty of them. They sit in that vibration all the time. They don't need they don't need a battery. They don't need to be flipped on. They don't
They
need
are the
to,
battery.
you don't have to get to level 2 with them or anything. They just sit in that vibration 24/7, and so that's the beauty of them.
One phrase I like to use is holding the space.
Ah,
So they hold the
they do
space
hold
for
the
your
space
change.
so well.
Something we talked about again on the last stream is that not only do you have to recognize the change and try to accept it, is that you have to also hold the space to allow that change to happen. And if for some reason you're having a tough time with it, well, you chose number 2 as stated earlier, and now you got to use a crystal. you got to use a tool, right? These are tools. They're tools, and it's up to you to set the intention. I'm not going to take a hammer, throw it in the woods, and be like, "All right, house, do your thing." No, you have to go in there. You got to build the house, and you use the hammer. You don't just go do hammer things. No,
Right. And you have to use the crystals. The crystals are holding the space,
Exactly.
but only for like a foot or 2. Maybe if you have a big cathedral, a big spear, you might get a couple feet, but they're not holding the space for more than 6 feet. Mm-hmm. So, set the intention, put it near your workspace, put it near your healing or your garden, but it's just not like a snap, a one and done. It's fixed, it's healed, it's over. They're only working a foot to 6 feet. So what are you going to do within that 6 feet to make it happen?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Don't throw hammer and expect house. Taking notes.
Yeah, that's a good note. That is completely true. It's good. One thing I will say on that though is that what I've found I'm able to do is that the more and more I work with a certain crystal, no matter where I am, it could be on the other side of the planet, I can tap into that crystal. I'm not tapping into quartz, I'm tapping into that quartz. I'm not tapping into malachite, I'm tapping into that malachite.
True.
But then that's practice within yourself. That's not the crystal. So it's symbiotic at that point, right? So the crystal's doing its thing where it is. And like Coral said, it's not going much past 2 feet unless you have something huge and it's getting to 6 feet. But it's up to you to be able to go there and grab it if you can. So that's also part of like the astral projecting thing, but you don't have to let your soul leave your body for that. But that's just practice. It's all about practice. It's all about practice.
I love, we're talking about holding the
Lisa.
space and like how much the crystals radiate their vibration and their intention. And so I love the like orbicular formations of malachite, it's not striping because they're orbs, they're circles, but if you've ever seen it, it's like a dot of ink in the water, just rippling out, undulating out. And so just talking about holding the space, one of my favorite things about malachite is it has these ripples in it of holding malachite holds a space within itself with this beautiful geometric.
A ripple in time.
Yeah.
Just like a wrinkle in time. You know?
Yeah. I want to talk about the elephant in the room with malachite. Sorry, I was just reading the feed. Malachite and amplifying their other crystals. So, yeah, it certainly works well with other crystals, but it's not a quartz. Quartz crystals are the number one amplifiers, the biggest batteries there are. So if you're looking for an amplification, you need to go with a variety of quartz. Does malachite work well with other crystals? For sure, especially other green crystals, other orbicular crystals, other healing crystals. But if you're looking for real amplifying, that you're gonna have to call on a quartz. Yeah, howlite and malachite, great for her healing. So I want to talk about the elephant in the room with malachite. It is copper based. Copper is a metal. We can't ingest copper or touch copper for long periods of time. It has a negative reaction to our body as human beings. That being said, for malachite to have a negative reaction with your body, you would have to ingest it. Mm-hmm. Put it up your body, in your body, drink it. You know, you heard it. You know what I meant. I wear a malachite bracelet 24/7. Okay, that's my healing. It's a stone for Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. Never had even like a bump or a rash or a hive or an achu. Nothing. When people have negative side effects from malachite, it's because they're mining malachite mines for hours a day, days at a time, breathing it in, no protection. And so that's why we make sure that we source our malachite from a good place that takes care of their people, and we want to make sure that those things are happening. So I know that there's like a lot of sensational videos on like TikTok and YouTube, and that's fine, right? They all got to get their clicks of like, these are the poisonous chemicals, or these are the poisonous crystals, these are the dangerous crystals, don't work with these crystals. Yes, do not put malachite in your water bottle and drink it every day. Cleopatra used to line her eyes with powdered malachite. No, don't do that. Not good for your eyeballs, okay? Don't eat it, don't drink it, don't make...
We're doing some alchemical math.
Yeah, don't,
Let's go.
Maybe not take a bath with it. Don't put it in your dog's water bowl. But I just wanted to... I hate to see anyone being afraid to work with malachite or bumblebee jasper or cinnabar or some of these other crystals that, yes, if you're mining it every day without ventilation on, it's going to make you sick. Yeah. Yes, if you grind it up and use it in your cosmetics or your baths or your tea, yeah, it's going to make you sick. But I have all of those stones in jewelry, those 3 ones that I mentioned, which is usually the top ones that people have fears or concerns against. I wear them in jewelry all the time. Now, I don't bathe, I don't take a bath with it, I don't lick it, but I do wear it as jewelry, and I've never had a problem.
You know, like, the easiest way to look at this, too, is that I think the GIA has the toxicology table, and you can do further research to figure out how toxic these things are.
Yeah.
It will show that if it has a toxic substance,
Yoni.
It will say...
Sorry, go on.
It will say that it's toxic, but how toxic? You know, can we do this? Can we do that? Blah 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 blah. Like, don't put malachite. I knew someone who put malachite in their aquarium, and they're like, "Oh, my fish died in a month." I'm like, "Well, you poisoned them, so."
And correct, we don't want no yoni toys in malachite. There are no sex toys in malachite, and I've never seen one on any of the...
Is that what we're talking about?
Stores, yes. I've never seen one in any of the sites that I get my crystal toys from, and if you ever see a malachite sex toy, don't buy from those people anymore.
I think all of this just went way over my head. I had no idea this is what we were...
A yoni.
What's yoni?
Don't put a malachite egg up in your yoni. No.
What's a yoni?
Your vagina.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
It's okay. We taught Andrew something new today. Andrew's always teaching us, and now we've taught Andrew that you can put some crystals in your yoni, but they better be quartz-based. not
I
malachite.
thought she meant yoni agates. I was
The
like,
yoni agates are called that because they're shaped like.
no way.
Yes.
I did not.
Andrew is getting schooled today, team. He's learned a lot.
I didn't know that.
Yoni
Whoa.
agates are called that because they look like, I wish more people would call it a yoni. Honestly, I really love the word.
I did not know.
Anyways, malachite is good for healing your yoni, but from a energetic point of view, not a physical point of view.
My mind is a little blown right now.
They say that malachite
No, that's fine. Everyone can laugh at me. It's fine. It's fine.
Don't worry, friends. I will help him. Malachite is said to help childbirth, to ease the pains of childbirth. Now, other than chucking it across the wall, I don't know that it can really. I don't have children of my own, so I can't speak from that. But I've heard that there's no crystal on earth that can help with childbirth. But it is said malachite's a very healing stone, and just talking about yonis, malachite is always one of the ones at the top of the list that people recommend for pregnancy. Which again is interesting, right? They talk about malachite being toxic because it has high concentration of copper. That's why it's so green, right? Statue of Liberty being super green, like this
all
is
the awnings in
super
Boston.
old copper.
Yeah.
Yep. But they also highly recommend it for pregnant women, not to have in any kind of physical way other than just energetically working with it, but it is recommended for being pregnant and childbirth.
Mm-hmm. See, and that makes sense, right? New beginnings.
New beginnings.
Yeah. It all ties together.
It does.
Even me figuring out new words.
Yeah.
I didn't even know existed. All right. Cool. So, I think it's some time. I'm going to start using the word yoni.
Good, please
honestly,
do.
I feel like I should too.
They do sell them. I'm gonna have to look that up.
They sell and promote
I don't
them for
like
trauma.
that.
What?
A yoni egg made out of malachite.
Oh, really?
Again, this is the last thing we're gonna say on it, and then we're moving on. We're gonna show them to you, and so you can. What?
Stones.
What?
What's up?
The stones for pregnancy.
Yes. Yeah. I think she means that they have yoni eggs in malachite. Again, if you had a yoni egg in malachite, you would have to have that with you, in you, on you for a long, long, long time before it would start negatively affecting you. But, yeah, yonis and malachite. Let's do it.
Wild. All right.
Should we show some?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We.
I'm just excited. We've been talking about them, and I know they
should.
want to see, especially the malachite with these beautiful
Do you want to start with the malachite?
drippings. We can do the floor, do the malachite, whatever you.
All right, let's do the. Well, I have the malachite first.
Malachite's are my favorite.
All right, so number 1. This is a free form of malachite, and you're going to be able to purchase this today for $36, which is actually a pretty solid price because it's pretty big too. Originally $45.
This one has chrysocolla in it. If your malachite comes with blue stripes, that's chrysocolla. Or it could be shadokite. Shadokite is rarer than chrysocolla, so I'm more apt to say it's chrysocolla. But
So shadokite's blue too, right?
the difference in shadokite and chrysocolla is barely anything. And they all grow together. So there is a tiny chance that it is shadokite and a large chance that it's chrysocolla. Okay.
All right. Now, freeform number 2, you're going to be able to get for $52. This is my favorite one.
You took the words out of my mouth. This is my favorite one. I love when it's striped with black and green. The blue, like the light green and dark green is cool. The blue and green is cool, but I love when it's black and green.
Oh,
I came to distract
we
everybody.
got
What?
we got a surprise guest. Oh,
Briefly,
It's
hi,
Kai.
goodbye.
Literally, doesn't come to bring any wisdom, just comes to distract us.
Oh man.
Did you see the price on this?
It's $52. I love it 'cause it's like a ravine in the middle there, like
Yes,
a
yes.
green Grand Canyon.
Yep. and
I
you
would
can
love
see
if the Grand
it's,
Canyon was green.
Like it grows in these orbs. You can see how it grows in these like bubbles.
I have a piece of malachite.
What's that called? Pre-night does it and
Botroidal.
Botroidal.
or
Thank you.
botroidal.
Botroidal. It's where it like grows in bubbles, like grape agate and
yeah.
malachite and what was the other one I said? Pre-night.
I have a piece of botryoidal chatoyant malachite at home, and it's like Gorgonized. It follows you no matter how you look at it. It's dope.
Is it glittering? We've had
Yeah,
those here before.
yeah.
We've had those here.
I actually got it from here.
I figured because I know exactly
But it's
what
like
you're
a
talking
really,
about.
like when they got it from that lot, I was just like,
Yep.
you need to get me one. So this is a slice for $44. This is malachite number 3.
And this is what I was talking about with the light green and the dark green. So sometimes it's striped with just green. Sometimes it's light green and dark green. Sometimes it's green and blue. Sometimes it's green and black.
Adam, I cannot say that 5 times fast.
So yeah. What was the price on this one more time, Andrew?
$44.
Nice
Botryoidal,
slice.
botryoidal. Ooh. You catch that? I did it. All right. This one is going to be $24 for this slice.
Nice little palm-sized piece there. Great orbs on all of these. Beautiful growth patterns on all of these.
And the next piece here is going to be $48.
48. Jeez, what a steal. This piece is huge. Literally bigger than my hand. Lots of interesting striations.
It's a nice darker piece too. This next piece is going to be $40.
Oh, I love
an
it.
awesome back.
I love the back. Oh, like an alien rave. Space party. That's always what I think about when I look at malachite. It's
An
just
alien
like,
rave.
if aliens are making art, I feel like... Sometimes I feel like I can even see the alien. Like, my pieces of malachite, I pick because what I can see in it. Some of mine, I feel like it has a head, or an alien, or a face. I love to look into my malachite as a scrying method and see what I can see because I feel like there are so many shapes.
These
We
are-
doing these little buddies together or singular?
Oh, there. It's just to show a variety. We have a bunch of these,
Oh.
so you can claim multiples of these. They're going to be $4.
These are the kinds that I keep in my pockets for healing. Or bring with me when I'm going to heal someone.
Same thing with this bracelet. We have multiple of these.
We
so-
can be twins. That's mine. You can't have that one, but we can be twins.
So you can you can claim multiple of these, and these are going to be 16.
Which is less than what I paid for mine, so snag that deal up.
All right, now let's
Woo!
check out the fluorite.
Hey!
This is going to be $28 for this piece of Madagascarian green fluorite, which is also UV reactive.
Bigger than my palm. The UV light is here. It's tough to see because we've got so many.
Yeah, we have so
bright
many lights.
Ring lights, but we
Oh,
promise.
Lisa, you got it.
Look at you.
Well, Lisa, since you were the first one to ask about the bracelet, you'll get this one.
Woo! Twins. Hope you love it, Lisa. How about this one, Andrew?
This second one here is going to be $32. Beautiful.
Great cubic.
Cute. I almost said squares.
I mean,
Beautiful cubes.
squares.
I mean, yeah,
beautiful
but
squares.
big squares.
2D versus 3D.
All right. This next one is also going to be $32. And a $4 piece. You got it. Here you go. And this next one is going to be $28 for this one. This one has some really nice growth to it. A little lighter in color, but very nice.
This one has way more squares. They're just smaller. The other ones have less squares, but they're much bigger. We are going to keep rocking on. Thank you. I like this one with the dark.
Oh yeah, that's the Rogerly. That's such a. This will, like we said earlier, this will turn blue under UV, but also in regular UV light. So if you bring it outside, and our black light is dead apparently.
Trust us.
But this is going to be $92 for this one.
These will be bright royal blue. And there's definitely hematite in there as well. Hematite and quartz on the matrix.
Now these next few pieces of Rogerly are all going to be $8. Little pieces.
Yeah, and they're just in there with like museum putty.
Yeah.
And so you can keep them displayed like this, or you can certainly take them off and create with them or meditate with them, use them, bring them with you.
These are really nice. I like these smaller specimens too, because they really show not only the growth of the fluorite, but that nice green color and the blue when you bring them outside from the Rogerly mine. It's pretty great. I love these smaller pieces.
I like to take them with me. The other ones are too big. I can't bring them to all the things I got to do.
All right.
And then our giveaway.
This is the
In
giveaway.
case anybody wasn't here, be sure you're commenting in the feed so that this could maybe go home to you and your name could go on the Wheel of Names.
And
These are Rogerly too.
Yes, these are little Rogerly chips, not tips.
Yes, you can claim one, Rebecca. Can I show you one?
Oh yeah, Rebecca, which one was it? We can probably just show all three. See which one she was asking about. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
My wonderful friends, I have to go. It was so nice to talk all things Beltane and crystals with you and healing. Andrew and Tom are amazing, and they're gonna make sure that these crystals go home to the right people. These crystals are also in the shop. Please come and see us, come in down and check us out in the store. I hope everyone has a beautiful week. I can't wait to be at Crystal Convos again. Thanks for holding it down. Andrew and Tom, I'll see you guys so soon.
We'll be good. Oh yeah, you're good. Boom. Oh. Hey, oh. All right. All right. So, as we did say earlier, today's going to be a little shorter of a stream than usual. But a couple things I wanted to highlight was the trip. I'm going to bring that up again, is that we are doing a nice Herkimer trip for... Oh, yes, Rebecca, I got you on number one. We just set that aside for you. Yes, so we are going to be doing a Herkimer trip. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be going on it, and Coral won't be going on it either. But I'm sure the rest of the Funky crew is going to have a great time, and we're going to be able to go over probably some of that in the future stream. We'll get all the info for you. So it's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to be digging up some Herkimers and things like that too. So it'll be great. That'll be good. So, okay. Tom, did you actually want to add anything about the trip? Any YouTube that we're starting?
Giveaway too.
Yeah. This is Tom, everybody. Tom, the man behind the
Don't
curtain.
usually see me. First of all, thanks for tuning into the show. We really appreciate everybody watching it. Andrew does a fantastic job, and also Meg and Coral when she fills in. And Kai and Adrian are happy about how it's going too, and we're all grateful for you guys. So if anyone else wants to comment, we can start the giveaway. And while you're doing that, I'll talk about the trip.
Yeah.
We're going to Diamond Mountain Mining in Little Falls, New York. That's Herkimer County. And if you guys know about that, that's where Herkimer diamonds mainly come from. There's other regions in the Northeast where they come from, but that's generally considered what a Herkimer diamond is double terminated quartz point, so they're a hexagon. So they have the top and bottom and the middle, all 6. That's 18 if you do the math. Sides. They're really cool. They're actually my favorite crystal, just because they look like real diamonds, and you can kind of joke with people like you got a diamond, even though you don't tell them it's real, but just kind of telling them that. Okay.
And also, be sure to check out our YouTube. We're going to constantly be posting some great content on there. Almost just like these streams where we're going to give some great information on the metaphysics, on anything spiritual. And if you want us to make a video or talk about something on the live stream, let us know, because we will do it. And we are itching to do it. So please let us know. And then, we'll make the video and we'll do the stream. Everything will be great. All right.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. You can give us suggestions, comments, DM us about anything, Crystal Convos related, or about the business. Ask us about stuff, and check out our site. You can look at the events we're doing.
Yeah, even if you tell us
like
in the
that.
store. Like, let's say you're in the store and you think of something, you're like, hey, this might be a good idea for your show. It's like, great, writing it down. We will write it down. We will most likely do it, to be honest. So... Yeah, as long as it's appropriate.
Andrew needs more topics. He's running out of holidays.
I'm running out of holidays, everybody. We weren't always eating and just getting messed up for the holidays.
See Bethany in there.
Oh, Bethany.
I know,
this is on the stream.
Mind-boggling. Cool, Yvette. I looked through all the comments too after, absolutely. So...
And pendulums are a lot of fun, because I'll show it even on the stream, is that you can make it move even without asking it a question, which a lot of people do know, which is why you got to be careful asking it a question. Spotting counterfeit crystals. Ooh,
that's not bad. That could definitely be a segment.
Yeah, absolutely. These are all good. Maybe do one about spotting counterfeit. I'm interested in what works best for cancers. Okay, so the only thing about anything medical is we can't make any medical claims on crystals and how they heal, but I can say what they were originally used for and what they're believed to be used for. I cannot make, so unfortunately, Catherine, I can't make the claim itself, but we can definitely talk about what works for what, as far as those healing processes went holistically.
Zodiacs,
that would be great. And like I said before, I'm a Gemini. Oh no! So a lot of people always freak out when they tell me like, oh, you're a Gemini. It's like, I'm not a June Gemini. No offense to any June Geminis, just saying. I'm a May Gemini, May 24th, coming up soon. But Catherine, unfortunately, I can't make medical claims. But it doesn't mean I can't talk about it. I can definitely talk about it. But I can't say this will help this. Most definitely can't say that. So, yeah. Scorpio.
Maybe there's some studies out there. I tried to look into actual scientific studies about those things, and there's limited.
Lisa, when's your birthday? I'm curious, Lisa. When's your birthday? Is it May 23rd or 25th?
Checking if anyone else commented.
Usually it's the 23rd or 25th when I ask people. Watch, she's gonna be like, no, it's the 27th. Be like, damn.
And you'll have to guess what I am.
Yeah, right. You have to guess.
Let me get this camera.
You've heard him speak now. 29th. That was my. That was old. Right. An old friend of mine. That was his birthday.
All right, I think we're ready to go.
All right. Well, I hope y'all commented. Time for the Wheel of Names to win. To win this bottle of Rogerly fluorite chips.
Let's see. Is this big enough?
Kinda.
Should I do the
bring it down?
I don't have the controls over here. I need like a Bluetooth clicker.
Is that what you are?
Oh, no.
I was gonna say, I actually don't know your sign. You can tell me after.
Yeah, Andrew doesn't know. All right, I'll put up the big cam.
Yeah, we'll do the big cam. Do the big wheel. Quickly comment if you haven't commented. My niece is the 28th and my granddaughter is June 3rd. Oh boy. 2 different types of Geminis in the family. I love it. That must be fun. Damn. He sounds like a Gemini too. Wow. All right.
We're using my phone for now. We're going to update our prize. I kind of like how it looks, though.
Yeah, honestly, it kind of looks better, almost. All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Boom, boom. Who's going to win? It's blurry.
Oh, yeah.
that Lisa? Lisa!
Wow. Sweet.
Everyone give a round of applause for Lisa. She has won the Roger Leaf Fluorite bottle of chips that is very UV reactive I almost said real life, in the outdoors, in the outside, and also with a black light. So congratulations, Lisa. Another round of applause for Lisa. These are really cool too because you can wrap some hemp rope around the top and make a necklace out of it too. Manifesting it. Hey, whatever works, works,
you
right?
did.
All right, now I'll actually write that down.
It was the malachite.
Yeah, it was the malachite.
Yeah, these fluorites are awesome. We got a lot of stuff at our shop. If you come take a look.
Absolutely.
The next few days, most of us won't be here, so.
I'll be here tomorrow and Thursday, and I think Meg is working Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. At least I think so. Don't quote me on that. But I know I'm going to be here tomorrow with Meg and Thursday with Meg. I don't know who's working Wednesday, but yeah. Oh, Tom,
hold on, their comments are a little off.
Yeah. Are you a Cancer?
Nope, but my sister is.
Ooh, getting close. Yvette, you're knocking it down. You're figuring it out who's who. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. All right.
I think we're wrapping it up.
Yeah.
It was a little bit short today because of the trip and other factors, but we wanted to do a solid hour for you guys. And
it's been another great stream.
We're going to keep improving it.
Oh, absolutely.
Doing a great job.
Absolutely. Oh, dude, you too, man. This is all because of Tom. Meg and I sit here, and Coral and I sit here, and Bethany is sat here, and we're talking, we're blurbing, right? But everything you see, it's Tom. So, you know what? Honestly, round of applause for Tom.
It's a team effort.
It is a team effort. It is a team effort. Yeah, of course it's a team effort. But,
Nope, not a Taurus either. But let's keep it going. I like the mystery, so you'll find out one day.
maybe whoever guesses Tom's sign correctly gets a different giveaway. gets a different giveaway. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
If you guess Tom's sign correctly, I don't know what the giveaway will be, but you'll get something. Maybe it's a tumble. No. but yeah, that's what we'll do. How about that? Sagittarius?
No.
Oh, now we're just going to run through all of them.
Yeah.
All right. No more guesses for today. Everyone gets to think about it. And we'll go from there. But yeah.
No one said it yet.
Ooh, no one has said it. Watch him be a Gemini. I don't think he's a Gemini.
Gemini rising.
Gemini. Whoa. Okay. I'm breaking it down now.
But we should do a Zodiac one week. That would be fun.
Yeah,
and,
I think we should.
Yeah, and it's a team effort here. Everybody contributes to all the stuff, and I appreciate them as well.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I think I'm going to go end it.
He's going to head back to the controls here.
Sings the song. He loves that part.
Yeah, I'm running out of, as much as I'm running out of holidays, I'm running out of words to sing. So, yeah. So thank you everyone for coming by to the stream today. And participating, of course, and helping each other out. Remember, we're building a community here. We're not just talking. We're building a community. So, again, thank you for everything. Funky stuff. It's snowing in the back. What is that? Is that confetti? Snowing. It looks like snow. Yeah. I'm the singing. We gotta record a song. That's what we need to do. We should do that. We say it every week. We haven't done it yet. The credits. All right. Awesome. Crystal dust. Oof. Remember, don't breathe it in. You don't know. Oh, man. Andrew Thist. And today was Coral. The owners. We got the owners here. We got the producer, of course, Tom. And it... Ooh. Has that always been there? Or did you just add that in?
I change it every week.
No, you change it every week. All right, the Funky Crew, we're actually going to record a song. Yeah, dude, we actually have a full band here of musicians. We have everyone that plays all the instruments. So, all right. Thank you again, and we will see you next week.